Do you feel drained at the end of your workday? That's not just fatigue talking. A healthy, positive work environment plays a crucial role in our overall well-being. It's where we spend a significant portion of our lives after all. But how can you tell if your workplace is toxic? It's not always as clear as you might think. This video will help you identify the red flags. Stay tuned as we delve into the 10 signs that you're in a toxic workplace. The first sign is a constant negative atmosphere. It's a bit like a perpetual cloud that looms over the workplace, casting a shadow on each day. This negativity can manifest itself in various forms, such as pessimistic colleagues who always expect the worst, or a boss whose harsh words and negative outlook create an environment of dread and disappointment. Imagine walking into work each day, bracing yourself for the onslaught of negativity. It's like trying to swim upstream in a river of pessimism, and it's exhausting. This consistent negativity can have a profound effect on an individual's morale, sapping energy and enthusiasm. It's like a thief, stealing away productivity and creativity, leaving behind only stress and dissatisfaction. Work should be a place where you feel energized and motivated, not drained and demotivated. So, if you find yourself constantly surrounded by a storm of negativity, it might be more than just a case of the Monday blues. If you find yourself surrounded by negativity, it may be a sign of a toxic workplace. A high turnover rate is another sign of a toxic workplace. Now, let's unpack that a bit. In essence, a high turnover rate means that many employees are leaving the company in a short span of time. This could be due to a variety of reasons, but more often than not, it points to a deeper issue: employee dissatisfaction. Imagine this: you walk into your office and the faces around you seem to change faster than the seasons. Your colleagues, who were once fixtures in your daily routine, suddenly vanish, replaced by new faces who too leave before you've had a chance to remember their names. This constant flux, this revolving door of employees, is not a sign of a healthy workplace. And why would it be? After all, people generally want to stick around in an environment where they feel valued, respected, and happy. So when they're leaving en masse, it's a clear sign that something's amiss. If your colleagues are leaving in droves, it may be time to reconsider your workplace. Sign number 3 is a lack of communication. Imagine a ship sailing without a compass or a map. The crew is unsure of where they are headed, and the captain is silent. This is quite similar to a workplace with poor communication. It breeds a sense of uncertainty, confusion, and frustration. In such an environment, misunderstandings become commonplace. Employees might not fully understand their tasks or the company's goals. They might feel left in the dark, unsure of where they stand or how their work contributes to the bigger picture. Frustration can also build up when employees feel they don't have a platform to voice their concerns, ideas, or feedback. They may feel unheard, undervalued, and disengaged. This not only affects individual morale, but also the overall productivity of the team. In essence, communication is the lifeblood of any successful workplace. It fosters clarity, collaboration, and a sense of belonging. A workplace that doesn't foster communication can be toxic for its employees. Bullying or harassment is a clear sign of a toxic workplace. It's important to understand that bullying and harassment can take many forms in the workplace. It's not always blatant. It can be subtle and insidious, making it hard to identify and even harder to confront. It might come in the form of verbal abuse, belittling remarks, or unfair criticism. It could also be exclusion, isolation, or even online trolling. What makes this especially alarming is the impact it can have on an individual's mental health. It can lead to stress, anxiety, and a loss of self-confidence, often extending beyond the workplace into personal life. This isn't just about the individual either. It affects the overall morale and productivity of the team, creating a hostile environment that hinders growth and collaboration. Remember, a healthy workplace promotes respect, inclusivity, and open communication. No one should tolerate bullying or harassment at their workplace. The 5th sign is a lack of work-life balance. A healthy equilibrium between work and personal life is vital for any individual. When this balance is upset, it can lead to a multitude of problems, including stress, burnout, and decreased productivity. It's crucial to remember that we work to live, not live to work. In a balanced environment, you're able to clock off at a reasonable time, spend quality time with loved ones, engage in hobbies, and take care of your health and well-being. However, a toxic workplace often blurs these boundaries, and you may find yourself working late into the night, sacrificing weekends or unable to disconnect even during vacations. This relentless work culture not only harms your personal life but also affects your work quality. Over time, burnout sets in, creativity dwindles, and the productivity you were striving for, ironically, decreases. So, if you're constantly juggling work deadlines and personal commitments, it's time to take a step back and evaluate. If your work is taking over your life, it's a sign of a toxic workplace. Unreasonable demands are another sign of a toxic workplace. Indeed, they can be a significant source of stress, leading to burnout if left unchecked. Let's delve into this a bit deeper. Imagine this scenario. You're given tasks that are well beyond your job description or skill set with unrealistic deadlines. Your superiors may be asking you to do the impossible with no regard for your well-being or work-life balance. This isn't just a challenge, it's an unreasonable demand. Such expectations can lead to a constant state of anxiety. You're perpetually on edge, trying to meet these demands, fearing the consequences if you fail. Over time, this can lead to exhaustion and burnout. You may start questioning your abilities even when you're clearly being set up to fail. In a healthy workplace, demands should be challenging, yes, but also achievable and fair. If you find yourself constantly swimming against an impossible tide, it's a clear red flag. If you're constantly dealing with unreasonable demands, it may be time to reassess your work environment. Sign number 7 is favoritism. Favoritism, my friends, is a clandestine toxin that can silently consume the harmony of a work environment. It's that unwelcome guest who overstays its welcome, creating an atmosphere of inequality and injustice. When a manager or a superior shows undue preference to a particular individual or a group, it not only stirs a pot of resentment among other employees, but also leads to an unhealthy competitive spirit. This favoritism can cultivate a hostile work environment where employees feel undervalued and unappreciated. In the long run, this can lead to a significant drop in morale. It's as if a cloud of dissatisfaction and frustration hovers over the office, casting a shadow on productivity. Employees start to lose their motivation, their drive, and their passion. The spark that once ignited their work begins to dim, leading to decreased productivity. Favoritism, in essence, hampers the growth of a healthy, collaborative, and fair work culture. Favoritism has no place in a healthy workplace. The 8th sign is a lack of growth opportunities. Picture this. You're working diligently, year in, year out, but you remain in the same position, with the same responsibilities. It's like you're running on a treadmill, lots of effort, but no forward motion. Employers who value their staff understand the importance of professional development. They invest in training, encourage skill building, and provide avenues for career advancement. Without these, an employee can feel stuck, their career stagnant, their job satisfaction plummeting. Why? Because we as humans, we crave growth. We want to learn, to improve, to climb higher. When a workplace doesn't offer these opportunities, it can breed dissatisfaction, frustration, and ultimately disengagement. So ask yourself, does your workplace offer opportunities for growth, or are you stuck in a perpetual loop with no chance of advancement? It's a question worth pondering, for a workplace that doesn't support your growth can be toxic. Sign number 9 is a lack of recognition. You see, recognition is more than just a pat on the back or a job well done. It's an essential component of job satisfaction. When you pour your heart and soul into your work, you naturally want some form of acknowledgement for your efforts. You want to know that your work matters, that it's making a difference. However, in some workplaces, hard work can often go unnoticed. This can lead to feelings of invisibility and can seriously demotivate employees. When your accomplishments are overlooked, you may start to question the value of your efforts. This lack of recognition can lead to a decrease in productivity and a drop in morale. It's important to remember that everyone wants to feel appreciated. A simple thank you or recognition of a job well done can go a long way in making employees feel valued. A workplace that doesn't acknowledge your efforts can be toxic. The final sign is feeling undervalued. This feeling can eat away at your job satisfaction and productivity. It's more than just about pay. It's about not feeling appreciated for your efforts, not being recognized for your contributions. When your skills, talent, and hard work seem to go unnoticed, it can leave you feeling insignificant. This can lead to a sharp decline in motivation, dampening your spirits and your work. If you constantly feel undervalued, it's a clear sign of a toxic workplace. Recognizing these signs is the first step to addressing workplace toxicity. Let's revisit what we've discussed. The constant negative atmosphere, the high turnover rate, the lack of communication, these are all red flags. Bullying or harassment, no work-life balance, unreasonable demands, and favoritism are clear indicators of a toxic environment. If there are no growth opportunities, a lack of recognition, or if you're feeling undervalued, it's time to take a closer look at your workplace. A healthy workplace is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. It's crucial for productivity, job satisfaction, and overall well-being. In a positive work environment, employees thrive, creativity blossoms, and companies prosper. A toxic workplace can be detrimental to your health, both physical and mental. It's crucial to identify these signs early and take appropriate action. Don't be afraid to speak up or seek help. Remember, everyone deserves a healthy and positive work environment.